Have you ever wanted more pleasure in your life? You've come to the right space. Hey, it's Rachel. I've been intimacy coaching for 11 years. We're doing a different series every month talking about ways to incorporate pleasure, and this is our final series of the year, if you can believe that. And so what I decided to take some time out today or this month was really to focus on the things that I believe we are hindering ourselves with in relationships so that we don't have as much love, as much everything that we really should. Now, this obviously is something that we can carry in our intimate relationships, but it's true of all of them. And so what I want to talk about today is our comforts. Our comforts are killing us. Okay, what's odd is that as we deem ourselves a more civil society, it's through technological advances. It's through, that's the biggest one I can think of, like healthcare advances, right? Like we live in a digital age like we've never lived in before. We live in the ability to make a phone call or push a button and something shows up at our door. So these are not just about conveniences, but they are about comfort. And when we don't look at how they're hurting us, we can't see how they hinder our relationship. So I just want to give this as an example. If one of your comforts is having a lot of money, what do you have to give up to have that money? Now, this isn't true of everybody, but I just want to give an example of most human beings. To have a lot of money probably means you have to work a lot, unless you have passive income, unless you came from inheritance, and unless you play stocks and trades. I don't know. Most human beings are going to have to work a lot to have a lot of money. Okay. Or you would have to go to school to invest in a degree that you would then be paid a lot of money for working the same amount of hours as somebody else, but then you have all that student debt and you see the cycle. Okay. My point being is that now you have all of these things that are supposed to make your life easier and you're supposed to be more comforted, but where's your time? Where's your time when you're committing to working that much to have that much money? What are you going to give up? Right? And I know the money is an example that's difficult because it provides for people, but to what extent and at what expense? Right? So when we look at things that are bringing us comfort, I would really challenge you to see how they could potentially be hindering your relationships. So another example is like a comfort of eating out. Let's just use that as an example too, right? The comfort of eating out because you're being taken care of. You don't have to cook the meal yourself, but your health comes sometimes at a risk to that, or your bank account comes at a risk to that sometimes as well. So those are just I think the food one is more of a trivial example, but there are so many things, especially in the Western society. You look at third world countries, and in my opinion, what they get right is community. Still, they focus on helping one another. They are focusing on the basics of food and shelter and relationships. And in the West, we are so distracted with success in content creation or creation in general, or the next best thing, that we have forgotten what we're here for, which is the human race. So consider what types of comforts in your life have been beneficial, but also consider some of them that have really been detrimental to yourself, to your space, to your energy, to your community. And let's fix it. That's all I got to say today. See you tomorrow. Bye.